Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you? Students, we are going to discuss in today's lecture English conditionals. English conditionals are actually some sentences in which we have two clauses. First clause is said to be if clause and the second clause is said to be the main or resultant clause. In if clause, an action would be given, and in resultant clause or the main clause, its result or effect will be mentioned. Now both of these clauses are usually separated with the help of a comma. Now I have used the word clause. So let's start our today's lecture with the definition of clause. I have already written my data on whiteboard in order to save my time. Clause. Clause is the part of a sentence which has its own subject and predicate. Now, the part of the sentence which has its own subject. Now, everybody is familiar with the word subject. It usually tells us something about anything in a sentence. What is predicate? Predicate is actually the part of the sentence except subject. So, we can elaborate it with the help of an example. I am teaching you. Consider this sentence. I in this sentence is subject mentioned in the red, and teaching you is predicate. So we may say that predicate has verb and object in it except subject. Now let's come towards our today's topic, conditionals. So we'll begin our conditionals with first one, which is said to be zero condition. In zero condition, if clause is in present and the main or resultant clause is also in present. Now consider some examples. If you add sugar to water, it becomes sweet. Now in this sentence, if clause written in blue has present tense in it, if you add sugar to water, and the resultant written in red is also in present, it becomes sweet. Now let's take another sentence. If honor is lost, everything is lost. Now, again in this sentence, if clause written in blue has present tense in it, if honor is lost, and the resultant written in red is also in present, everything is lost. So we may say that in zero condition, both clauses contain present tense. Now let's move towards the next one, first condition. In first condition, if clause is again in simple present, but the main clause or resultant clause will have will plus base form first form of the base verb. Now consider some examples. If he comes to me, I will help him. In this sentence, the if clause written in blue has present tense in it, if he comes to me. And the resultant written in red has will plus first form of the base verb have. I will have him. Let's take another example. If you work hard, you will succeed. Again, in if clause written in blue, the main verb is in present, the main tense is present, and the resultant has will plus first form of the base verb succeed. So we may again say that in first condition, if clause has simple present tense in it, and the main clause or the resultant clause has will plus first form of the base verb. Hopefully you are getting my point. Now let's move towards next condition, which is said to be second condition. In second condition, if clause is usually in simple past, means second form of the verb, which is said to be the past form as well, and the main clause is will have would plus first form of the base verb. So the difference is that in first condition, if clause has present simple and the main clause has will plus first form. In second condition, if clause has simple past, second form of verb, and the main clause will have would plus first form of the base verb. Now let's consider some examples again. If you played well, you would win. In if clause written in blue, we have second form of verb played. If you played well, and the resultant has would plus first form of the base verb win. you played well, you would win. Let's take another example. If I won the lottery, I would buy a car. Again, in if clause written in blue, the main verb is second form. Where the main verb has second form. If I won the lottery, and the resultant has would plus first form of the base verb buy. I would buy a car. So we can again say that in second condition, if clause has simple past tense and the main clause has would plus first form of the base verb. Now let's move towards third condition, which is also the last one. In third condition, if clause is usually written in past perfect, which means had plus third form of the base verb, and the main clause would be having would have plus third form of the base verb. Now again, let me elaborate with some examples. If you had driven carefully, you would have avoided the accident. Now let's look in if clause written in blue. If you had driven, it has past perfect in it, had third form of the verb plus, sorry, helping verb had and third form of the verb drive, driven. If you had driven carefully and the resultant again has you would have avoided, would have plus third form of the base verb. So you would have avoided the accident. Now let's take another example. If you had consulted your teacher, you would have gotten the solution. If, again see in if clause, if you had consulted, past perfect tense, had plus third form of the verb consult. If you had consulted your teacher, you would have gotten, would have and third form of the base verb, would have gotten the solution. So we can again say that third condition has if clause in past perfect tense and the main clause or resultant clause in would, the main clause or resultant clause will be having would have plus third form of the verb. So I am going to substantialize my lecture with the help of a chart and its usage of the conditionals. We have some columns and rows. Let's take a look at it. These are our conditions: zero condition, first condition, second condition, third condition. And these are some of the categories they belong to. For example, the usage of zero condition, first condition, and second and third. Similarly, time in zero condition, first condition, second condition and third condition. And probability ratio of the action presented in these conditions in zero condition, first condition, second and third. Now let's elaborate it. In zero condition, usage, I mean when the zero condition is used, it is used to show some certainty. The action presented in both the clauses are certain. We may say that there are some scientific facts or some realities of our society. Again, let's go back to the example to understand it. In zero condition, a sentence is there: if you add sugar to water, it becomes sweet. Now, it is a scientific reality, fact, as well as something that is recognized or accepted by everybody. That if we actually add some sugar in water, it becomes sweet. So it's a reality. If honor is lost, everything is lost. Again, if honor of any person is lost, he loses everything. It's a reality. So we can say that it is used to show some scientific facts as well as some realities. Now, in zero condition, time can be any, it can be in present or in past. And probability ratio is 100%. The 100% probability of action presented in this category of conditionals is for sure. Now let's come towards the first condition. First condition is used for real possibility. In these type of sentences, some reality is usually given with the possibility as well. Let's come back towards the example. If he comes to me, I will help him. Now I am presenting something that is usually actually going to happen. If he comes to me, if my friend comes to me, I will help him. It's a reality. And if you work hard, you will succeed. Again, a sentence hard, you will succeed, of course. Now, let's come towards the probability ratio. First of all, let's come towards the time. In first condition, the resultant is usually expected in future. If he comes to me today, I will help him today, but in near future. Again, in this sentence, if you work hard, you will succeed. So the action is going to happen in future. If you work hard, you will succeed afterwards. Now, the probability ratio in first condition is 50%. 50%. If he comes to me, then I will help him. If he doesn't, I will not. If you work hard, you will succeed. But if you don't, you will not. So you have 50-50 probability ratio in this type of conditionals. Now let's come towards second condition. First of all, we will discuss its usage for unreal things, but with possibility. Unreal happening, but if it would have happened, it would be possible. Now let's come again to the examples. If you played well, you would win. A player, I think, did not play well, and the team lost the match, and the captain saying to the main batsman, if you played well, you would win, our team would win. If you played well. Since he did not play well, but there was a possibility of winning the match if he had played well. So we can say that in second condition, there is unreal situation, but possibility is also there for the action to be completed. Now, the second condition also has future time in it. Remember, if you played well, you would win. You would win. This was something to happen in the future or the past. So we have used would in this sentence. The probability ratio is 10%. Quite minute. That if you played well, you would win. There was a probability, but very minute one. So we can say that it has 10% of probability in it. Now let's come towards the last one, third conditional. Its usage for no possibility. Nothing can be done now. We will go back towards the sentence to elaborate it. Okay, third condition. If you had driven carefully, you would have avoided accident. A friend saying to his friend, I've been in an accident and laying in the bed in the hospital. If you had driven carefully, you did not. You would have avoided the accident. You cannot now since you have undergone the accident. So if you had driven carefully, nothing can be done now. It is in past. It is past now. Similarly, if you had consulted your teacher, you would have gotten the solution. A student, I think a student who is not having any solution of any problem, and his friend is suggesting to him, if you had consulted your teacher, since you did not consult, nothing can be done now. If you had consulted your teacher, you would have gotten the solution. So neither did he consult his teacher, nor did he get the solution. So class, this was my today's lecture about conditionals. This question is usually given in first year. In the question correct form of the verb, there may be one or two sentences in your paper belonging to the conditional sentences. Now, never get confused with the arrangement of the sentence. This type of sentence can be given in this form that is written here, or maybe here. If you work hard, you will succeed. They may miss main verb from here. If you dash hard, you will succeed. Then you will recognize the sentence that it is belonging to the conditional, since if clause is also there and resultant is also there. Now resultant is in future. So if the resultant is in future means will, the main clause would be in simple present. So you will be having four options. For example, if you work hard, if you dash hard, work, had work, will work. So you will get an idea that you will succeed basically belongs to the first condition, and we will have to use simple present tense, means the first form of the verb in the sentence written in the paper. So if you work hard, you will get that. Okay. This can also be given in this way, in this shape. If you work hard, you will dash or you dash succeed. This helping or auxiliary or modal will be missing. If you work hard, you dash succeed. Options would be given. Let's say if you work hard, you might succeed. If you work hard, you might have succeed. If you work hard, you will have succeed. Or if you work hard, you will succeed. So you will get an idea by concentrating on the sentence that what or which form are you going to use in this sentence. So hopefully you are getting my point, and you are required to undergo this lecture. You are required to search out in different books as well as on internet, then get some idea collectively, and then try to attempt the question. So hopefully I am very clear to you. I will definitely test this lecture and its things in the coming days, in the online classes as well as the offline classes. So thank you very much. Keep focusing your studies.